do not approve.
Yep. What don't you approve of? What was that?
I was just saying, unless Fog and Vale is a really fancy menswear store, I do not approve the title of this episode.
I mean, it sounds like it, right? Like it's.
It does. It does. It sounds like a really nice one where you
Mm-hmm.
can get like lovely, walking canes and top hats.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Some nice cologne too. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Well, we'll see.
yeah, we'll see about that. Um, Hi, everyone. Welcome back. This is episode 4 of the Crescent Shroud. Um, we're kind of light on players today. Demon Riri will be joining us soon. Trademark. The other 2 players can't make it tonight, but we will press on regardless. Those of us that are here, why don't you introduce yourselves? Zero.
Hi, I am Zero Daylight or Zero or Michael or whatever you want to call me. I mostly play silly games with silly people, and I also play this awesome game with awesome people. And you can find me, if you would like, at Zero with Zero Daylight on Twitter, or you can check out our TTRPG shenanigans over at the C Plus Content Twitch channel. Got some fun stuff coming up. And I play Poe, a completely normal, very fashionable man who is not a tiefling.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying that Masks series.
Yeah, episode 2 just went up on the YouTube.
It's really good.
It's getting real, and they're in space for some reason.
Yeah.
Whatever.
It's a like pulpy kind of
Comic book superheroes.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Timidly, what about you?
Hi, I'm Kanisha, or Timothy Ritchie. Pretty much everywhere. I do stream and post about mostly spiritual content and art. So, yeah, I play Elena, the sickly rogue. That's about it.
Okay. And our last but not least player right now, Pat.
Hello. Everybody hear me okay?
Great.
Perfect. All right. I am Patrick O'Malley. I play the Paladin Drakane. Stream yet. Maybe someday, but as of right now, I just hang out in people's Twitch chats and make dumb jokes. So.
Okay. And Riri is, going to be here soon.
Yep.
Just going to throw these commands in chat real quick. There. So yeah, let's get into it. We left off with all of you going to sleep after a hard day's work and some bit surprising events. Does anyone want to recap? Preferably not Poe, no offense, but you do tend to spin things.
It's called storytelling.
Yeah, I know. Okay.
And the people I'm going to spin it against aren't here to defend themselves, so it's the perfect opportunity. But go ahead, someone else.
Well, I mean, then go ahead, Poe. Let's see what he remembers.
Well, we started trapped in Goblin Land, where we had been sent to investigate the copper mine that had ceased shipments. We had very successfully dealt with everything else, but then we wound up dealing with a bunch of goblins. One of our characters, who shall remain nameless, keeps running into and creating like deadly combats, so we had to deal with that. And then we decided, because one of our friends who's like a monk or something, I don't know, it's like, oh, my friend the tiefling is down there, we have to save him. So we, being very kind and altruistic people, we traveled further into the goblin catacombs, where we came across a large cavern with a really nasty large goblin with an inferiority complex and some of his little underlings, and a weird glowing green crystal kind of floating in the middle of the place. And we killed them all. And we found the tiefling who was halfway goblinized, and we stole the gem, and then we left. And then something that would like to claim itself to be some sort of, I don't know, like Archon or Solar or some angelic thing,
Mm-hmm.
came and frightened everybody but me, and maybe a couple of other people I wasn't paying attention, and then talked a bunch of nonsense about blah, blah, blah. You're being watched and there's not much I can do, but be careful. You guys are super duper important, especially that guy over there, whatever. And then we went to bed.
I think Yuri tried to clean up the place a little bit by
Oh, we burned a bunch of bodies. Yeah, that's true.
yeah. So yeah, good day's work. Elena, you keep replaying the moment Ra'amiel purged the goblinization from Marselius. Maybe there's something there. Maybe it can be replicated, bent to your purposes. That prospect keeps you from sleeping particularly well. But dawn eventually comes, and you all get ready to head out. Having cleaned up the encampment the previous evening, the acrid smell of your work still lingers in the air. The trip back shouldn't be too much of a problem. You're planning on following the same path, like back to the Maid Road. It's a 3.5-day journey. Someone give me a survival check as a general indicator of how that travel goes.
Can I assist someone on it?
Sure,
Okay.
but it's not so much as a check as a roll on a table that is not necessarily 20 meaning good.
Okay, never mind then.
It's just what happens.
I have a +2.
Who knows?
Whether that would help, I don't know.
It might help, might
It
not.
might not. I just don't want to be blamed if something goes wrong, so someone else can do it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be blamed. It's okay.
Okay, so Elena wanted to take charge, so she rolled the survival check. She got a 6.
Yay!
Okay. It rains the entirety of your first day. It's a light, warm rain, commonplace in late summer. As you make camp for the night, you are thoroughly soaked. A fire would be tricky to maintain, but light may be wanted. You see the barest sliver of a moon in the sky. In 2 nights, it will be a full moon. A new moon, marking the beginning of a new month. Gentle blood, the start of fall. Do you want to find some shelter, or make camp without a fire?
So we're in foothills essentially at this point, right?
No, you're still in the mountains.
Oh, right, because it took it took half a day to get from the.
Basically took.
Are we near? How
took a-
close are we to the rat cave?
That was like a half a day back.
Okay, good. So we're a half a day further away from rat cave. So yeah, let's take a look and see if we can find something, another crevice or something to crouch in.
Okay. Poe, would you like to search for one?
I mean, sure.
Okay.
I don't have a very good attention span, but I will give it a try.
That would be
Oh, that's a 19 perception.
Awesome.
Unless you want survival, in which case that would be an 18.
both are good enough. You find not so much a cave, but an overhang. It's out of the direct rain, and I believe at least one of you knows how to make magical fire, which could help jumpstart a fire, which
Easy.
is very welcome. Do you guys want to do anything before you settle in for the night? Marcel.
I'd like to cast Comprehend Languages and take a look at those 2 scrolls.
Okay. both scrolls are not so much written in a language. It's more akin to verbal mathematics. Specifically, but does it tell you what kind of language you are reading, or is it just you can comprehend it?
I just understand it.
Okay.
I don't think that I get additional information about it.
Okay.
I can double check though.
We can flavor it, I guess. But it's
I
not.
understand any written language that I see as long as I'm touching the surface the words are written upon. So
It's not. You don't make out sentences. It's not. It doesn't impart that kind of information, but you are able to read it. And you kind of piece together the glyphic formulae written down. One of them describes the how to produce a poison spray. A cantrip level spell. But those of you that are what's the word? Proficient in magical use, not necessarily just wizards, but like if let's say you're a bard and poison spray is on your bard spell list, I will allow you to consume this scroll to learn the poison spray cantrip.
yes,
So it's more than just
it's
a
certainly
one
on the
thing.
it's certainly on the druid list
Right.
because they're very toxic, as we've learned.
So, and it'll take concerted effort to study the scroll, to actually digest what's there. But it is possible to add it to your spell list. And the second one is a first level spell describing the necromantic processes on how to inflict wounds.
Ooh.
How to unravel the life force of a being.
Yes. Well.
So those are the two scrolls.
Yes. I have to assume they're also quite valuable.
They are fairly valuable.
Yeah.
These spells are known. They are not like new magic. They are not ancient magic. Like sorcerers and wizards know these spells, and they're not fairly high level, but
Yeah.
they are still somewhat valuable. Like
Yes.
if you wanted to, you'd probably be able to use your contacts and find a place that would sell you additional scrolls. Or sell them these scrolls, because the common merchant wouldn't want them.
Right. Or potentially trade. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
And when you say you add it to your list, you what you're saying mechanically as a player, what you're saying, as long as it is on your classes list, you can effectively add it to your known as a wizard would with a spell book, but it applies to every other spellcasting class. Not
exactly.
that if it appears on some other list, you can somehow magically make it part of yours.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Wizards are special like that.
Yes.
Because they could take any kind of scroll that they could learn, and that's kind of a larger berth. None of your wizards, so it doesn't matter.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, and neither of these spells is on my list, so who cares?
Sorry.
No, that's
Better
fine.
luck next
That's fine.
time.
It's fine. It's
Yeah.
fine.
But cool.
I have plans. I have plans for my magic.
Do you do anything else?
Just make sure that they're nice and safe.
Okay.
Probably we should put them in the bag of holding since they're more immune to flame and wet and
Sure.
other things.
You do know, all of you know, that as a part of enchanting something, it is standard process to also enchant it against damage, um, like above general wear and tear. Like you would not be able to light these on fire. Um,
The scrolls themselves are
the
also
scrolls
quite
themselves
durable.
are durable.
Okay, then I'll maybe hang on to them.
Yeah, like if you had blank magical parchment, like the raw components, you would need to protect that because it is
Yes.
not yet enchanted.
Got it.
Yeah, but
Yes,
all
I'm afraid
fiddly
Astra
stuff-
will try to read them and then like eat them or something. It's like, oh, I can learn this spell and then just like rip it into pieces and eat it, and then it'll be ruined. So
You don't know how
Well-
warlocks learn, like, or wait, no, you said Astra.
Astra.
You don't know how
yes.
druids learn.
I don't know if druids learn, frankly. But anyway,
Okay.
I can definitely see her eating paste though, or just whatever. So I'll just, I don't mind letting people know. People will see me studying this, and I'm happy to share the information.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Especially once I realize that they're of no use to me.
Although
Well,
they
cool.
are still
Spell
valuable.
scrolls. Yes, spell scrolls. Someone wants to learn how to suck the life out of people, and or spray poison at them, or both.
Mm-hmm.
This would be useful.
Yep.
Neither is really my style.
Yeah, I don't use magic.
We could teach you some, if you'd like.
Maybe.
I mean, it might distract you from your training with the old stabby stab and stuff, but magic can be very useful. I'm just saying.
Poe knows of a place that teaches
Yes.
even rogues how to do magic.
Huh.
Frankly, especially rogues. I mean, can you imagine just being invisible, creating silence around yourself so you don't even have to really sneak, creating areas of darkness that even magical or even non-human dark vision can't see through. Being able to read people's minds.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That does sound appealing, actually.
Well, we can have a talk about it when we get back to town, which hopefully will be soon.
Yeah. So you guys go to sleep. I assume you like take shifts or
Yes.
something, because you're not stupid.
Exactly.
It's not your first night out.
It's at least our third or fourth.
Yeah. Fifth night. Yeah. Because the middle of the fourth, you did all the stuff in the mine. So you wake up. It has stopped raining. Thank God.
Yay!
The following day, this day, is humid and foggy. Visibility is poor, with the sound of nature dampened. The silence is peaceful, almost boring, if a little unnerving. Bird call is distant and muted. Thankfully, you're on a path, and the fog isn't so dense as to make travel impossible. How do you keep yourself occupied? Drak, do you like you're walking and you like take a couple swings, like practice your arm as you walk or something, or recite mantras, or just focus on walking? It's okay if you don't have anything that's coming to mind.
Yeah, nothing's coming to mind.
Just thought I'd open up this as a story beat for anyone.
Drak has seemed a little distracted since the eyeball incident.
Mm-hmm.
But than that, maybe just a little distracted.
Marcel,
Drak.
sorry, go, please.
Maybe we should by we I mean you, should find something out about our friend, our miraculously degoblinized friend. Like, well, I mean, he was touched by an angel after all. There might be some good intelligence about that.
What would you like me to find out?
Just chat him up and see what's happening. You're a very pleasant fellow. You're also the opposite of suspicious.
Sure. I don't remember the tiefling's name.
Marselius.
Marcellus.
Yeah. Although you can probably just call him Tiefling or whatever. Because
they love that.
If you don't remember, Drak may not remember.
Hey, Tiefling, what's up?
I'm just saying, it's up to you.
I can say that, but you can't say that. Just saying.
Why? Poe's an absolutely normal human.
What?
I have friends who are tieflings.
Oh, okay. That makes it okay.
Marcellius, how you holding up?
Marselius is still nonverbal.
Nonverbal.
He appears to be a standard tiefling. He is not. Horns like an ibex, like that go straight back and up. But he still is non-communicative. He makes eye contact for a moment and then breaks it, and makes it again and then breaks it, and he doesn't seem all there still. The goblin part of him has been purged. He is at no risk of turning further, but that does not mean his mind is repaired. It may take time.
Was it Astra that was kind of mind linked with him a little bit?
I believe so.
How long does that last?
I think it's at will.
That it's what?
I think it's at will. There's no time limit. I think they can just do it.
Is it the same as silent speech? Does it require a common language?
I don't think so.
Okay. Then it's probably similar to Silent Whispers.
But neither of our Kalishtar are here, so. And I don't want to roleplay in their stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Fine.
Sorry.
From a role aspect, where did they go?
They're still there. Astra's
I'm
been
imagining. Yes, that's what I was imagining. She's just up, eyes up, just talking mumbling to herself.
It's like we're in a cloud.
Yes.
Yeah, just the entire time. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. We got to talk to her, then I just do not engage. We're getting a moment's peace. She seems to be in some sort of happy place. Let's just leave her there as long as possible.
Yes, would not ruin this for anything.
Oh, Pat. They don't need to share a language, but they can spend an action to speak telepathically for an hour if they are able to understand at least one language.
It is different. Yeah, you actually give the other creature the ability to speak telepathically with you.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. As an action.
It's kind of super powerful, but yeah, they're not here.
Huh. Although the range is limited, the psychic blade, whatever it is, rogue one is right. I know that's meta, but yeah, that was super awesome.
Mm-hmm.
This is pretty useful. Anyway.
Yep.
But you have to be a Clash Star to get it, so never mind.
Yeah. But yeah, you're walking, and it's starting to get dark. But it's not raining, so you could probably make a fire fairly easily. It would also probably be welcome to try and dry off a little, because walking through a cloud all day is humid.
Now, if I recall, we can head once we hit the road, we can actually head away from town a little bit and find another inn, or we can head back the way we came and hit the inns that we stopped and talked to the guys at.
Correct.
But either way, we're either traveling in the dark to get to an inn that we haven't been to, or we're just camping out again.
You're still in the mountains.
Okay.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember how long it took. It seemed like it took forever.
Mm-hmm.
Although it's easier going down than it was going up. Well, I suppose we should do the same thing. Try to find somewhere to hole up.
Okay.
Do you want to see if my luck holds? It won't.
Sure.
This is an opportunity for someone else who's better at this stuff to do it. Otherwise, you can just let me look around and see what I find.
No, do it.
I can look.
Okay.
Fine.
What am I rolling?
Roll a d20, either perception or survival or investigation. It's not really a.
19, thank God. It went from a 1 to a 13. Oh my God.
Beautiful.
Then 19 isn't bad. You're able to find a fairly secluded spot. Like the trees are kind of dense around here. It's giving you a decent amount of shade. Yeah. Like it's off of the path a little bit, but you can still see the path, and like it's kind of, yeah, it's good.
Good. Fire.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will, because we're in sight of the path.
Mm-hmm.
People are, like, there's bandits and raiders and stuff. I mean, I know that there might not be, but there might be. So I'm going to do the thing where I disguise myself. I'll probably climb a little ways of a tree and disguise myself as a branch.
Okay.
Or just cover myself in leaves and stuff.
And you,
And same thing with the illusion of myself sleeping on my bedroll. Maybe a little bit away from everyone else, kind of closer to the path. So in case someone wanted to come in and sneak and stab someone to death, they would stab the illusion.
how long does minor illusion last?
I would have to recast it every 10 minutes.
Okay, so the moment you fall asleep.
I think that's right. Oh yeah, no, this is on my watch.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Cool. Yeah, the night passes uneventfully. It is a new moon. It is dark. You wake up. The fog's even denser today. The sun is more of an ambient glow than a specific light source. The mountain path continues its meandering journey through wooded vales and mountainside. And it's starting to get dark again. Like you've been walking the entire day. How are you planning on camping this night? Same deal? Find a place off the path. Make a fire.
How close are we to the inn? Because it feels like we should be very close to the inn. Because we camped just short of it last time.
Yeah. You remember you spent 3.5 days on the journey to the mine. The first day, you camped on the side of the road. The second day, you camped like at the T intersection of the main road and like the on the path, the mountain path. And then the third day, you camped on the mountain path,
Near the
reaching
rock
the mine
cave,
in the middle of the fourth day.
But doesn't that mean that we should be? Because we had 1, 2. Oh no, it's tomorrow night. Is that what you're saying? So you're saying it's tomorrow night that we want to look for the inn.
Well,
Because we've had
the walk.
we've had 2 nights.
Mm-hmm. The walk to the mine. You were in the mountains for about a day and a half. It's been 3 days.
Yeah, we should 100% be at or
Except you're not.
Hey, everyone. Does it feel like we've been walking for a very long time? Do you like longer than we should? Like we should have passed the inn by now?
It does actually.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Do I recognize the area?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, is the fog obscuring us to know if we've seen any of the landmarks?
You definitely can tell you're still in the mountains. To your knowledge, you've been following the path. You can't really see the sky. The fog is pretty dense.
Mm-hmm. How much you want to bet tonight's a new moon too?
Oh, that would be the worst luck. My bones are a bit more fragile on the new moon.
Okay. We should probably talk about that later. File it away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we're stuck in the mountains forever now.
Well, it is getting
I
dark.
feel like that's a bit dramatic, but you know.
Well,
Tomorrow.
I don't think we've been
see.
walking around in circles because the path doesn't go around in a circle because no one makes paths like that. So,
Well, you can test all that tomorrow. Because it's dark now.
I mean, I'm fine to keep going, but sure, everyone else needs to.
Mm-hmm.
I'm displeased.
Yeah. Well, I'm assuming you guys make a fire. You find a place. I'm not going to make you roll, because you've rolled well so far. You wake up the next morning. The fog is thick, and the mountain path is muddier than ever. The dull squelching of your party members' footsteps barely permeates the fog, and you can barely see in front of you. Poe, you assumed that you weren't going in circles. How do you test that?
Well, we can look for, well, two things. So although the sun is an ambient glow, I assume that it's still possible to detect the general direction, especially at sunrise and sunset. Or is it just a total opacity of the sky? We can't even tell an area of brightness.
Yesterday it would have been easier, but you definitely do see a brighter section of fog on one side.
Okay. Okay, so there's that. And then just testing to make sure it's not going around from whatever that section is through the north, through the east, through the south, right? It would move in a different pattern if we were headed more or less in the same way and the light were moving. The other is to look for like our footprints and stuff.
Okay.
And probably do little things like make little arrows out of sticks and put them next to the road, just in case we come across something and go, oh yeah, we dropped that.
Okay. Yeah, visibility is probably around 15 feet.
Gross.
Yeah, it's not fun. You like set up a little marker, like on the side of the road. You squelch through the mud for.
And we aren't squelching in our own footprints.
Not that you can tell.
Okay.
You keep track of the sun.
Yep.
It's still like on your right. You know you're heading north. After about an hour, you see your marker.
Wow.
Do you want to continue? Or something? I don't know.
So who was skeptical when I said we live in the mountains now? Marker, right here.
Guys, I don't know much about magic, but could we be I don't know how to word it. Not necessarily going in circles, but going in one direction and then magically finding ourselves back where we started, going forward again. Almost like a loop.
Without even noticing?
I mean, magic warps the shape of reality itself, time and space. So,
Because we're
I mean,
clearly not
sure.
in circles if we're keeping an eye on the sun, but clearly we're going in circles. So
Well, it's more likely we're moving in a straight line, but the world around us has formed itself into a circle. I could draw you a picture, but I don't really understand it myself. Someone's done something hinky,
Oh,
probably with magic.
like walking on a wheel or a log.
Right. Exactly like an ant on a wheel. It thinks it's moving in a straight line because it technically is, but then it just finds itself repeating. Someone has broken out a little wheel, a little section of this reality, and turned it into a little treadmill for us. For what purpose, I don't know.
How do we get out of this mess?
Well, we wait until we become extremely powerful spellcasters and do something about it. But at the moment, I mean, I can shoot it with magic and I can sing at it. That's about it. I prefer not to sing.
Points her crossbow. I'm like to the side and just shoots out at a distance and then listens.
Okay.
See if anything weird happens.
I take a step out of the trajectory just in case it goes a full circle, just to make sure I'm not in line. I don't know how this
I
works.
said towards the side, so in
It
case.
could go that way too. We don't know.
Oh God.
The bolt flies into the fog, and you don't hear anything. You don't hear anything. There are no birds that you hear. The only sound you hear is the squelching of your feet as you adjust your weight.
2 questions. How long has it been since we placed our marker?
An hour.
And what time of day is it?
It's late morning.
And you said an hour?
Yeah, about an hour. The sun's to your right and up in the sky.
I don't know what to do with that information, but we could try one of 2 things. One of us could stay here, or a group of us could stay here, and some of us could go forward and see if we meet back up, or we could go backwards and see if the same thing happens going backwards.
I nominate Astra, Adelle, Marcelius, and Yuri.
Yes. There's a third option. So, if I recall correctly, if we were to cut toward the sun, that would lead us more or less in the direction of the ocean, correct?
No.
No.
No. The ocean is far to the north and even further to the east. We're talking about hundreds of kilometers. Yeah.
Oh no, I mean the body of water that
Yeah,
the cities that's on.
okay. The Great Inner Sea.
Yes, the inner sea.
Yeah. Is kind of to the north and to the northwest.
West.
It's
Okay,
like a
northeast.
it's like a semicircular crescent of mountains with the lake in the very center.
Got it.
And you are in the southern portion of that crescent.
Yep. Ugh. Okay. Well, again, the other option is to get off this stupid trail and try heading off in a different direction and seeing if the world wraps itself around itself in that direction as well.
Yeah. Worst case scenario, each of us go in a different direction. Who knows?
I think that sounds
That's
like a good way for us all to die alone.
That sounds fun. Let's do that.
Yeah. Does I maybe we'll save that for day 17 when we've all lost our minds.
And lost all your rations.
Yes.
Oh God.
Because you do still need to eat.
Yes. All right. So we can backtrack. Why don't the rest of you stay here, chill out, and maybe we backtrack and see if it wraps around again?
Yeah.
So they should give us roughly 2 hours before they start to get worried.
Who?
The folks that are staying here should give us roughly 2 hours, because if it takes an hour to make a circuit, it'll take us an hour to get there, and if they're not there, it'll take us an hour to come back.
Who are you leaving?
The people who are not currently actively participating in the story.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool.
Or we can stay here and we can send them. I don't care. It's just that it seems like a logical.
Hey, yeah. I mean,
yeah, I would.
that
yeah.
works. So you, those of you present, backtrack. 30 minutes pass, and you find your marker. No other people.
But it was an
30
hour
minutes?
last time.
Yeah, it was an
Right.
hour last time.
Okay, well, maybe we should head back to where we left our friends.
Okay.
And then
Do the
start
rest of
counting
you
minutes.
do the rest of you agree with this?
I agree. We should go back immediately.
Okay. 15 minutes pass, and you find that same marker.
And none of them.
And none of them. The sun hasn't moved.
Well, I mean, this isn't great, but I mean, there are upsides.
So if it keeps going down by half, what happens? How has it been going down by half this whole time, or is this just now happening?
Wouldn't
What
you
if
like
what
to
if it
know?
gets down to like 0 time?
You want to find out?
I swear I never ran into these kinds of problems before I met you folk.
I mean, only one of us is connected to some sort of like omnipotent being. So, don't look at me.
Drak, do you have
I
something
would
you want to share?
suggest.
Are you the omnipotent being? Because I sure don't know what's happening. This is just, I mean, you guys have wandered into something that I can't explain.
I got nothing.
Okay.
Okay, so 15 minutes.
Yep.
That's pretty short.
Yep.
I mean, we can't just stand here. We can't just stay here. We have to try to keep going.
Okay. Well,
If we
sorry.
if we go back, if we keep doing this and the time between the marker keeps getting shorter and shorter, we're going to reach a point where, let's say it takes a minute, or even 2 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever it is. If we took a rope, and one person stayed with the marker and walked, 1 minute along the path and came across the marker, who's holding the rope?
Yeah, I was thinking that before, but before it was an hour, and I don't think we have an hour worth of walking with rope. So
Or
now that
15 minutes.
even now, 15 minutes, we still don't have enough.
Right. I'm just saying, if we get to the point where I'm to like 2 minutes, 1 minute, it's an idea.
Yeah, what does that even mean? I mean, we would be looking at the marker while we're standing at. I just don't understand what the hell's going on right now.
It's a good plan.
Or we can see ourselves.
You want to test it?
It'll get tighter and tighter and
Oh.
tighter, and then we can just like,
What if we don't see ourselves, though?
I don't know. I mean, it's quite probable this is all some sort of, it could be an illusion. Someone could be messing with our minds. We could have been sucked into a demiplane. Given who we're traveling with, we could be lost in the plane of dreams, which is apparently a real thing now. Who knows?
Yeah, I've always known that.
Oh, jeez.
You're not here, Astra.
Goodbye.
No. Okay, let's retcon. Let's say Astro was with the group that left.
Yeah, I was thinking that too because I was like, I think she's coming soon. Maybe she should go with us.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so you are here,
Oh wait, I am.
Astra.
I was about to say
Fix
I'm gonna
this.
enjoy the ride.
Nope, you're with them. You're in this now.
Yes, it's a terrible place to be.
The dream world?
Whatever this nonsense is.
Oh yeah, I know. It's horrible here.
Astra, I'm starting to wonder if you actually know what's going on right now because you've been mumbling for the last several days.
Nope.
We are stuck in some kind of loop. We have been walking, trying to get back to town, and we keep coming across the same place, and now it's like it's looping less and less time. Basically, I don't know.
And everyone else is probably dead.
Yeah,
Well,
we
that
lost
sounds
everyone else.
Yeah. It's a real
That sounds
shame.
about right. Well, the big thing about the dream world is you interact with your memories. So, whatever you remember, you have to interact with it.
It doesn't seem like the dream world to you. I'm just throwing that out there.
Oh, it doesn't? Never mind.
No.
I retract everything.
Yeah, we're just on the road.
It's too tangible to be the dream world. Like, the mud is very muddy. You know, it
Well, this
tastes
is new.
funny. The cloud that you're in makes it hard to breathe. You know, stuff like that. It just doesn't happen in the dream world.
I don't think we're really in the dream world. But the dream world does exist. Because this is too, and then I like swoosh my feet on the ground where it's all dirty. It's too dirty. The dream world's kind of floofy.
Sounds almost nice by comparison.
I just shrug.
I'm just going to start casting message in random directions at Elena.
Okay.
Just to see if like any direction, like if our hypothesis is correct, there's some sort of closure happening. As long as I'm trying to see if Elena is within 120 feet of me in some other direction, if that makes sense.
Okay. Okay.
We'll
Cool.
just go, hey Elena, hey Elena, hey Elena. Listen if you hear me, not through my mouth, but through the magic-y thing.
Gotcha.
Because most of my magic is completely useless in this situation, but this might give us some intel.
Yeah. Are you guys just standing there at the marker?
Is everyone next to each other right now? Or no?
Mhm.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
four of you are next to each other. The rest of the
Everyone else is
party
gone.
is nowhere to be found. You guys left them. You split the party and they disappeared.
Yep. We are where we left them, but they are not here.
Correct.
So did I blink and we ended up here?
No,
What
you,
happened?
you
No,
were-
we've been walking for days, and we decided to try to get out of this loop, and it didn't turn out good.
Yes. Yeah, we walked to the point where we should have hit the inn, but we didn't hit the inn. So we're like, wait a second, we should be out of the mountains by now, etc. And now we are stuck.
Yep.
Could I do like a, what would this be? Arcana check? If this is a magical effect?
No check necessary.
Okay.
Loops like this don't happen in nature.
Yeah,
It
it's
seems
magic.
magical.
Okay, so we totally, oh, at least I think we might have triggered something?
Yes, we have no
Was
idea
there
when
an
it started,
item?
though.
Did we run into something? Like
Nope, we
anything in
just
particular?
were
That
camping night after night, and realized something was not quite right.
floaty crystal that defies time and space.
Eh?
Floaty crystal that defies time and space.
Nah, that can't be it.
Did we run into that?
That was
we
at
did.
the caves though. We left.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we don't know
Oh.
when it started, but we've had it for a while.
But still, that's the weirdest, most magical thing that any of us have ever seen, I assume.
I believe Poe. He's
Besides
smart.
that tentacle guy.
Oh, yeah, that too. I mean,
Just a
there was that
monster.
weird angel thing too. Though. It was weird.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
a creature.
that guy.
Yeah, that guy.
Okay, fine. What are the top 3 weird magical things that we've seen?
And the bag of holding. That's really weird.
Oh yeah. That thing's weird.
Yes, but we know what it does,
Mm-hmm.
more or less,
Mm-hmm.
and it probably, and we're not in it.
Yeah, I was gonna
so,
say we're trapped in the bag of holding.
I mean, it's possible.
Ooh.
Well, Pat figured it out.
Oh well.
Can
Go ahead.
Can I cast a divine sense to see if there's anything fiend or celestial at work?
Or undead.
You sense you sense celestial.
This is I'm not very good with that stuff yet. Maybe it's just like a weird feeling.
You get to know the location and source of it, I believe, or is it just a random ping?
Since anything affected by the hollow spell or know the location of any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet, that is not behind total cover.
Okay.
But it's foggy, so.
Okay. It's celestial light. It's not. By that I mean like a light beer. It's not quite celestial. It wants to be. All around you, the fog is giving it off. This sense. It's not. It's not
Did
the
we
same.
try hitting each other?
It's not the same as if you were directly sensing a celestial, which, by the way, you did not bother doing when the angel appeared.
Obvious.
Which I just so whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, you get a sense from the fog.
Something otherworldly.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
So what, are we being tested? Or did anybody try hitting each other? Or hitting ourselves? Or pinching
Please,
ourselves?
let's not.
That didn't
No,
occur
no,
to
no,
us,
no.
strangely.
No, I mean, like, what if we're or, I mean, one of the things that you experience is dreaming. Maybe this is an illusion or something.
We've literally gone to sleep though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You've gone to
For
sleep,
days.
had your own dreams. It's
Every
just, yeah.
Yeah. Although,
You know what I was thinking? You know how the fog got denser and denser?
Mm-hmm.
What if that, like, the more fog it is, the less time between the loops, maybe?
Mhm.
You know? But, I mean...
I usually
Yeah.
like try to have a
This-
poker face, but I'm very proud that you figured that out.
Yeah, because, I mean, the fog got worse, and now it's just... It's really... How far can we see in the fog?
Maybe like 10 feet.
Yeah.
Jeez!
Mm-hmm.
How do we get rid of fog? Can we burn it?
Does anyone have a control weather spell?
I mean, no.
No.
I just have druid craft. I can tell you what the weather is. And I do that.
For the next 24 hours, weather is fog.
Oh, we already knew that, though.
I mean, Elena, if you want to stab Astra,
Uh,
I'm like jumping.
I mean, We can test it. I mean, no hypothesis is a bad hypothesis when you're trapped in eternal fog.
I pull out a dagger and I just start aiming as she hops
No,
around.
you don't have to aim. Here you go. I place my hand.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
Whatever.
stab you, Astra. I don't know what that would have to do with this situation.
Good to know that you won't backstab me.
Yeah.
Like
Just in the front
how I used to
parts.
be.
Yeah, but-
Oh, okay.
Oh, another thing to file away. Interesting. We're learning so much in the fog. Drak.
What happens in the fog stays in the fog.
Yeah, because we're stuck here forever.
Like us.
Oh god.
Drak, you seem significantly more attuned to that particular kind of mojo. Are we supposed to talk to it? I probably want some sort of sacrifice, or wants us to adore it or worship it and promise it that we'll obey whatever random rules it comes up with. Well, you know that better than I do.
I could just get angry and yell, "Who's doing this to us?"
It doesn't really echo because the fog kind of dampens sound. Your voice falls flat.
What have we been seeing in this loop? By the
Fog,
way?
a muddy path
fog?
in the mountains. You
Fog
assume
and a muddy
mountains.
path in the mountains.
Can't
Yeah,
really see
it
'em.
rained for a while and then just mud and fog.
Mhm.
Rain.
Yeah.
I wonder if the rain was normal.
And the only way that we know that we're going in circles is we left a marker. Because if I'm not mistaken, we still aren't treading over our own footprints.
Correct.
Yeah.
Oh,
So one might think that some creature was moving the marker, except that we have been moving in the same direction long enough that we should be out of the mountains. So we're just assuming that something has warp time and space. May not
And
be
we had
true.
left Yuri, Marcellius, and I can't remember.
Adelle.
Waffles. Adele. We left them with the marker.
Mhm.
We walked forward for a half an hour, and we found the marker, but they were gone.
Yep.
And then we headed back to where we left them
For 15
And-
minutes.
15 minutes. So we
Yeah.
could keep going back and forth until it gets very, very small space. But that seems,
We could
well. Ooh. If the fog is somehow a thing, maybe if we just walk back and forth, it gets thicker and thicker, and then it manifests. And we can talk to it. I don't like that idea at all. Kind of appalled that I had it, and it's probably wrong. So never mind. Forget that.
if we can talk to the
mean-
fog, I don't say this out loud, but I since Mind Link can reach out to anything that sees me 20 feet,
Sure.
I try to Mind Link to the fog.
No response. You just get a dial tone.
Nothing. I don't know about your theory, man. But it was
let's
really good though.
let's try one more loop.
Could we start a fire
Sure.
next to our marker and see if the fire? It might help us know
Okay.
time.
Yeah.
Because if the fire's looks like it's been extinguished, then we know maybe somebody's putting the fire out. If it looks like it's burned down to ashes, then and
Yes.
we've been gone for 7 minutes.
Yes.
Something else is going on too.
Very smart.
I have a
yes.
torch,
Yeah, you
and I
was
had the druid craft fire onto it.
cool.
Do we
So
put it on the ground?
Yeah,
Or
just
do
stick
we-
stick it in the ground, and we
Okay.
can. And if it looks like it has burned down the approximate amount that we would expect based on the time that it takes us to get back to it,
Mhm.
that will be an answer. And if it deviates from that, that will also be another clue, I guess. I don't know.
If I was lost anywhere, I'd be lost with you guys. I put the torch on the floor or the ground. I do a little like mud, little mushrooms, just
Mhm.
trying to make them shapes. Oh, it looks great now. And then druid craft fire onto it.
Cool. Yeah, it's a torch. It catches no problem. And you guys start to walk
Yep.
along the path
Yes.
for 7 minutes. And then you see a light get brighter. And it's that torch. Looks like it's been burning for 7 minutes.
Okay.
But you don't see footprints.
No.
Not our footprints?
Nope, no footprints. Looks like the path had
So
not been
it's-
walked on for days. I
It's
mean,
like a clean clone
Yeah.
of where we were. It's almost like we're walking down a spiral, and the spiral is getting smaller and smaller.
Do we make tracks?
what do you mean?
Like when we're walking, do we like look at our feet and
Oh,
like
tracks. I thought you said traps. I'm like,
no,
that's
no
not
tracks.
that's not something I would put past Astra. You do. You make tracks. You're constantly hearing the squelching of your feet in mud.
Have we ever gone backwards?
Yep. That's how we lost our party members.
Okay.
Here's another idea. Well, no. Just out of curiosity, if we're sticking together, but if we backtrack just to where we, like 15 feet, like just to where we can't see currently. If we go back, do our tracks disappear right where the fog makes them invisible? Or do they continue back?
Do you do that?
What I'm trying to ask is like, is something about the visual effect of the fog, like as soon as we lose sight of a thing, it stops being there. And since we're talking about several steps only because it's so dense. Yeah, let's scooch back.
You
and
know, I just had a
see.
creepy thought, you guys. I just had a creepy thought. You know, in what situation the ground or an object would like lose a footprint? Skin. You poke skin, it indents, and eventually it returns.
I'm making a note.
I'm going to forget you said that.
Never. I've been thinking a lot, too much lately.
As she says that, I start to collect the mud. It's skin.
He also collects the mud.
And then I just proceed to see if it is skin.
It's mud. You're familiar with mud.
It's mud. And then I slap myself with mud.
Rather than getting the mud, actually, I'm gonna get. There's still like greenery and stuff, right? I want to get like a little plant, like a little sprig of grass or something, and just put it in my bag to see if I still have it later.
Sure.
Hmm.
Yeah. So you guys walk more,
One of the things I could think of too, but I don't want to be alone, is I want to see if we actually do loop. If because my mind meld, I can track you for 20 feet. But if you come back to the same point where I am next to the torch, I want to see if I actually lose mind meld with you.
That's how we lost the other guys, though.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
really?
we don't know how far away we need to be for whatever is happening to happen. That's why I'm suggesting we just take literally just a few steps so we can see, 3 steps ought to be enough to be able to see if the tracks that are currently invisible to us because of the density of the fog are visible as we move along, or if there's a dividing line that is right where our vision ceases. And I'm happy to just take it, as long as I can still see people, just take a few steps back and look and see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do our tracks disappear, or do they continue into the fog?
You do that. The tracks continue.
They do continue.
Oh.
Okay. So it doesn't. So whatever the effect is, it's not at the the terminus of our ability to see into the fog, somewhere back further than that, or something. Who knows?
Sure.
I was gonna cast if you do want to do that, I cast mind meld on you, Poe. So
I mean, I
you
wish you
could
wouldn't, but it's
interrupt-
done. Yeah.
Oh.
It's fine. It's
I
fine.
don't think we should separate again.
No, I
no.
was staying within sight. I was just validating that we aren't in a roughly 20, 30 foot kind of weird space. It's larger than that because our tracks persist outside it.
Okay. Well, you
Astra.
can interact with us mentally for an hour. Welcome.
Okay.
Astra, try to
Yes.
contact someone from the other group. Maybe
Oh,
they're closer than
Well,
they
me and
seem.
Poe can now do it.
maybe they are now part
Is that
of
how that
this.
works? He can just communicate with anyone, or is it someone
I can
who's...
only communicate with you.
Oh,
You've
is
given
it?
me the ability to
Invisibility.
effectively respond to you.
Mm-hmm.
Another creature who has it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But you
Alright,
can certainly
I'm
attempt
going to
to
try.
communicate with someone else,
I'm gonna try.
like Adele.
Yoo-hoo!
No
Adele!
response. No response.
Woo-woo. Anybody? I'm just gonna keep doing that if we walk again.
Okay.
Okay, you
I'm just
guys,
gonna
you
keep
guys.
yelling the whole
Yes.
time,
Let's
in my
try to
mind.
go off path.
like I always do.
Let's go right angle.
Okay.
Yep. Toward the light, yes? Since the light is on our
Right
right.
angle.
Yes.
Well,
yes.
towards the light would be kind of like uphill. I'm guessing like a mountain's kind of in the way. You're like on the bank of a mountain, so you'd be walking uphill. But yeah, you do that. Like 3 minutes later, you come across a mountain path with a torch buried in the.
3 minutes. Is that? Do we have rope for long enough for 3 minutes?
I mean, 3 minutes.
I don't
walking
want to
is
split us
still
up, but
like
you know,
still a ways.
it's still a long
Yeah.
time, isn't it? Gosh.
Even if we're moving in difficult terrain, it's going to be a couple more circuits before we get to 50 feet apart from ourselves.
Yeah, basically.
Multiple ropes together. I think we could
You
do
want to?
between us like
You could just
200
keep
feet.
walking.
At this point, I'm
I
covered
feel
in
like
mud.
we don't really have a choice.
I think we
You
just
always
need
have a
to
choice.
see. We've come this far. Nothing we've done is solving our predicament. Let's go forward and see what happens. Walk the other loop. It'll be a minute and a half.
DM.
Yes.
Internally, I ask if this is possible. Areshki, do you know what's going on? Have you been observing? Because I blanked out. And I'm talking inside my head. I'm not saying this out loud.
You don't really get a response.
Huh.
Yeah.
There's a first.
Well, I mean, he sometimes doesn't answer if he doesn't have anything to say.
Areshki doesn't have anything to say. Okay, well.
He doesn't either that or he doesn't know and he doesn't want to look bad. You know.
Okay, well then. Do we have that crystal? Did we ever see that crystal again?
No, we
you
brought it
mentioned.
with us.
Who has the crystal? Because
It's in the
I thought
bag?
It's in the bag.
it's in the bag that Adele has.
Okay.
And we don't know where she's at.
Lesson 1: when we get Adele back, she doesn't get to carry the bag anymore
I agree.
because she has a tendency to get lost in the fog.
I mean, also, what if her god is just like, hey, give me that bag? She would totally just hand it over.
Of
I
course.
trust you three to have the bag.
Yes. If Adele's whatever that was told her to sacrifice us all in her sleep, I'm sure she would.
Yeah, and I would never do that. You're my friends.
Yes.
I wouldn't sacrifice her either, though. She's
At
my
least not
friend
in
too.
sleep. You know.
Yeah.
It's rude.
Areshki, shush.
I wouldn't sacrifice anyone to some bizarre deity because that would be ridiculous.
That would be sad. Okay.
You're on the side of a mountain.
I mean,
Side of a mountain. Have you ever tried climbing the mountain again?
yes,
we just
we went back.
went up the mountain.
Oh, we did?
Yeah, we
Oh,
went
man.
back, we went forward, we went up. We could try down. It's probably going to wind up in the same thing, but I mean, it's the one direction we haven't tried.
Oh, down? Or
Yeah.
up?
Down.
That's true. Let's try that direction first and then just go down the path if nothing
mean-
changes.
We'll know in a minute and a half,
And you do.
This is true.
and we do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And
Okay,
the torch continues to burn down by an
Yeah.
appropriate amount. Okay.
Yep. Linear time.
Great.
Let me take out one torch. Huh? I can't change it. Oh, there we go.
Yep.
You do
I'm
notice.
still voting we go forward and see where this leads us.
Yep. Just keep
Yeah.
going until we can keep each other in sight as we go around the circle, which will
Can
be
you hold my
another
hand,
couple of minutes.
Elena?
Of course.
Yay! We just swing it around as we walk.
So yeah, you walk
So
for
when she starts swinging my hand, I'm gonna pull my hand away and loop my arm in her arm and try to keep her still.
Good luck.
Okay.
Because I'm already like wobbling a bit and wheezing.
yeah. It's
Doing a jig.
it's like 40 seconds before you see the torch again, and you
Yep.
you notice it and you walk past in 20 seconds, and then you see a torch ahead, or a torch light ahead, while you turn around and you see the torch behind you.
Yes.
And Elena,
Huh.
can you shoot an arrow at the torch and hit it, and we can see if it hits the one behind us?
Yes, I will do that.
Okay, roll an attack. $18 to hit. Not bad, even with like partial cover because of the fog. Yeah, you hit the torch. It knocks the torch over, so it's now burning on its side, and the torch behind you also is knocked over on its side with a bolt sticking out of it.
Okay. As we walk forward, I'll retrieve my bolt.
Okay. Yep. You walk forward, and you see a shadow in the fog ahead of you.
Do we just still see her?
What do you mean?
I'm not going by myself. We're all
And we're all
going
moving
together.
together.
Oh, we're all going, but
Yes,
she just
yes.
sees that. Okay, got it.
Yes, we see by a shadow. I assume you mean several shadows kind of lumped together, or
Well, you're
like
kind of
one
like walking
shadow?
single file, so
Okay.
and it's the fog. There's like 10-foot visibility with only like vague shadows beyond that.
Yep.
I guess I bump into Elena because I was holding her.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yep.
What's up? Why'd you stop?
Well, we were seeing what looks to be our own backs,
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
or maybe something else. Don't know. Don't trust it.
You guys walk further.
Who's at the back of the line?
I assume Poe, because Poe's
Poe,
usually.
lift your arms up and wave them around.
Okay. I'll do a little fancy dance.
Okay. You see the shadow move ahead of you.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Let's do this.
Now we've got
Jeez.
doppelgangers.
Now I do it.
We all just do one of those synchronized wave things. Yeah.
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 Yes.
And you guys walk a little bit further. You know, you hear the squelching of your boots. The shadow starts to materialize a little bit. It looks like the back of Poe's head, but like, you know, his profile as seen from behind.
Are we in a mirror? Is this a mirror?
You know, you
We're looking
turn
in a mirror.
around and you also see another, like, it's shadow, but you know, another group behind you.
Yes.
You squelch forward even further. The fog gets super thick. You can only really stay in contact with each other by touch. Your sight no longer.
Should we tie a rope to each other?
Sounds good. I'm also going to try the message thing again. I'm going to message, let's say Drak is in front. So I'll turn around and message back to where Drak should be, if that's Drak.
Sure, yeah.
Is that you?
Drak, you hear this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep, it's me.
Okay. And when you respond, I hear it both through my physical ears from hearing his voice behind me and through the mental connection point to the opposite direction, correct?
Sure.
Okay.
I
And there's
start
the
synchronized,
fog-
there's no weird delay.
The fog is like very thick right now.
Yes.
You
I
can't.
tie.
You can barely see the hand in front of your face, and any sound is almost completely muted.
I tie a rope on our hands,
Mm-hmm.
on our non-dominant hands.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm assuming everyone's right-handed. So I put it all on our left hand.
I'm a lefty.
Oh.
Of course, but
Sinister, as they sometimes say.
I put it on your left hand. I'm sorry.
I mean, it can go on my right hand too. It's fine.
Okay, I do that. And yeah, I make it long enough so that we have wiggle room.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
So yeah, you've tied yourself all together. You're standing there. You hear the squelching again, like someone walking.
But we are not walking.
No,
What?
Okay.
the squelching is getting louder.
I also think.
You what?
What's,
I have my
what?
crossbow out.
Mind link. Who the fuck is there?
Wow. Way to make friends.
Who the fuck is
jeez.
there? You're scaring us. I'm
Um,
sorry.
What does your mind link? I'm going to be asking this a bunch, so
It's
I better
20
just
feet.
look it up. Like the specific. Oh, to any creature
They
you
have
can
to see
see.
me. Oh, I can see. Oh, I thought it said that they can see me.
You cannot see this creature, or if
Okay,
it is
I
a
see a
creature,
fog.
you just hear a squelching.
Oh. Okay.
I've just got my crossbow pointed in that direction, and I'm just waiting.
Is it actually in a direction or is it everywhere?
It's in a direction. It's like further on the path.
Oh,
Drak moves to the
in
direction
front of us.
Yeah.
where the sound's coming from,
Mm-hmm.
has the shield up
Sure.
and hand on hilt.
Okay.
I'm preparing infestation.
Okay.
Sword out. Mage armor up.
Mark your spells.
Yep.
A little girl, maybe 8 years
Kill
old.
it with fire.
Ah!
Walks on the path. Squelch, squelch, squelch. Hello? I think I'm lost. Can you help?
No,
I'm trying to find my way home.
us too.
Well, hello, little girl. Well, you're very fortunate to have found us. Do you not have a mommy and daddy to take care of you?
Oh, yeah, my mom and I live in a cabin. Her name's Callie. I was picking herbs when this fog came, and I can't find my way back.
Well, Callie is a beautiful
She looks
name.
like she's about to cry.
What's your name?
Oh, I'm Sam.
Don't trust her.
Sam. That's also
No,
a
not
lovely
at
name.
all.
I'm Poe.
Hi, Poe.
FYI, Poe does not like children, but is also very charming. Well,
Sam, do you know how long you've been walking in the fog?
Oh, just a couple minutes, maybe an hour. I don't really know. It's hard to tell without the sun.
Where were you? What was your location when the fog came in? Were you next to a mountain?
Well, yeah, we live in a valley. My mom and I was picking herbs.
Okay, so it's the same place, same location. Good to know.
Can I tell if she's sincere?
Roll insight. We get a lot of fog this time of year, but it's usually not this bad. I hope it stops soon. It's scary.
16.
16? She seems like she's telling the truth.
Oh God. God.
You know, I watched a
God's-
movie like this, but it was like a cornfield.
Yeah. You know, I like fog, but I don't like getting stuck in one.
and she came from our forward direction,
Yeah.
yes?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Should we tie a rope to her?
well, we
And
should ask
just
her.
pull.
Sam,
Yeah.
just so we don't get lost, because the fog is very thick.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna hook you up with us so that we can all be together.
Thanks.
Eh,
I'd like that. You're very
Yeah,
nice, Poe.
keep you nice and safe. I'm very nice. So, I think we should probably. The fog is a little strange. We think it might be a magic fog. So we're going to, as we try to bring you back to your mother, we're also going to kind of explore. And we're going to play a fun game where we kind of try to guess what's happening. It's like a mystery.
Oh, I like mysteries.
Yes. And you know what? You can also share your thoughts.
Oh, okay.
Every idea is good. And then
Okay.
we'll have a fun game where we test them. And whoever is right gets a prize.
Really?
I just,
What
my
do
stare
we
kind of
get?
hardens.
Oh
looking
my
at Esther.
god!
Yes,
polish.
really.
Holy shit! Are you gonna give me alcohol?
No, we don't have any. We only have shoe polish.
Oh.
You don't even
Wait,
have
what?
that. That was with Adelle.
Okay, well, good. Then no, we don't.
Yeah.
What if
Actually,
we...
if you can find if you can figure out how to get us out of this, I'll give you alcohol. How's that
What
for
the
motivation?
fudge? I like
Yes.
fudge.
I mean, it'll be something that
The
isn't
fog
alcohol, but
immediately
whatever you won't know.
lessens. Pay up.
Yes,
No.
you just won't know.
But
Okay.
the fog
Okay.
does.
Kid, I'm gonna beat you.
I'm sorry. What did you just say?
No.
I'll beat you to this
No.
game.
Oh,
Oh.
What? I'm
okay.
not gonna hurt her.
Okay, jeez.
It's a
Not-
contest.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Keep it
that's
as
what
friendly
I mean.
contest.
I'm gonna beat
But-
her.
The fog does indeed start to lessen. And we are going to take a 10-minute break. See y'all
Mhm.
soon.
Once we're with the girl,
Oh no. I just bungled the audio. That doubling I was hearing.
Mm.
I tried to fix it and it didn't work. Anyways, yeah.
Is it me?
No,
Still, or-
no, it was on my
okay.
end. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. Anyways, she says, yeah, my dad's not with us anymore. I don't remember him very well, but you know, yeah, I miss him. And
Elena mutters under her breath, "Parents suck anyways."
and the fog does not. It's visible out to about 30 feet. Yeah.
Wait, so we can see 30 feet now?
Yeah. Yeah, it's no longer like super dense.
Huh.
Yes.
Maybe we just need to walk with her.
I think that's what we're actually doing right now as we speak.
Oh.
Yep. You are no longer on that mountain path. You are now in like the middle of a valley, like heavily wooded valley. You do still see mountains, but you're not where you expected.
And we're still around the same area. Hmm. Oh, and you said we're the only first people you saw, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. You're we don't get many visitors.
Oh. Well, we have other friends who are also lost.
Oh
Do
no,
we
your
still wanna-
friends got lost too?
Yeah.
My mom will be able to help. Come on.
Really?
Oh, good.
I think I can find a way back now.
Oh, what? Why now?
But
Because we can see.
Oh.
He
Okay.
she
And
Sam
she finds the landscape familiar.
Sam looks at Poe and like, is she okay? No. Maybe my mom will be able to
Elena
help her
chuckles.
too.
That would be wonderful. This isn't just the fog. She's kind of how she is.
Oh no.
She kind of
My
carries
mind
her
is
own.
foggy.
She carries her own fog around with her.
That's not
And
good.
then I stare at her, and my eyes actually do look like fog.
Yeah.
Well, that's-
Maybe don't
that's
creep out the
scary.
child. Just say she's not
Well,
scary
I'm
though.
trying to
She's
be
not
nice.
dangerous. Yeah, maybe just smile quietly.
Okay, I smile quietly. I show my teeth.
That's not helping.
Mhm.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. They're not dangerous. They're all friends of mine. And I have good taste in people usually, so we'll be okay.
Okay.
Let's go meet your mom.
Thank you.
I'm sure
Poe.
she's
Oh,
sure
eat
she's
people?
missing you.
Mm-hmm. She got mad the last time I got lost.
Well, the good news is you're not lost anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Us too.
So she
Go.
she climbs a tree real quick, fairly easily. Looks around, tries to get a good view of the surroundings, and jumps down, starts to run off in a direction. Said, this way. I know it's this way.
Yep.
Y'all follow?
Yeah.
Yep. I'm still readying an infestation, just
Mhm.
in case.
Okay. Yeah, she follows like a mountain stream for a while. Maybe 30 minutes or so. You're no longer in a loop, which is nice. And nestled amongst like fir trees is a cozy log cabin. You see smoke rising from a chimney. Smell of smoking fish. Yeah. This is it. They're home. I told you I could find a way back.
Yes, you're very clever. Now, we don't want to alarm your mom because we're strangers.
Yeah.
So maybe run up and let her know that we're here, and we'll wait.
Hey,
respectfully
Mom.
back. We'll wait respectfully back and make sure we don't have any
She
weapons
yells.
drawn or
She
anything.
yells, Hey, Mom, I brought visitors.
Hold on. I whispered to
Or
Drak.
that too.
Could I whisper to Drak? Hold on.
I mean, yeah, you can whisper. She still says that.
No, that's fine. Drak, could you do that detect evil, whatever the heck you were doing last time?
She runs up to the house. Yeah.
Could you do that?
Could I do divine sense?
Maybe wait until you can see Mom,
Yeah.
just in case.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it lasts a while, right?
I thought it was just like a single ping.
I think it's for.
Oh.
I thought.
I thought it was for like a minute or something, but I may be wrong.
Until the end of your next turn.
Ah, got it.
Yep.
So does that mean he has to do it? He has to recast it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But yeah, Sam runs up to the cabin door. The cabin door opens. A middle-aged, but still fairly beautiful woman steps out. Dark black hair, tied up in a bun. Says, "Oh, Sam, what did you do this time? Did you get lost?" And then she notices everyone else. She stands up, straightens an apron, says, "Oh, we don't get many visitors. Come on in, please." Mom, they helped me. I was lost. The fog got me. Oh, is that right? Oh, then I have all you to thank for bringing Sam back to me.
Well, she's the one who rescued us. She's very brave.
Callie tousles Sam's hair and says, "Yes, I know she is. Thank you."
Out of curiosity, could I do perception check to see if they're human
Sure.
or whatever they
Yeah.
are, and
ahead.
anything else that I see? Natural to win. 2.
Natural
It
2.
switched. It was blinking to 20 and then 2. Hold on. It's a total 8.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, they seem human.
Okay, well. Thanks for the offer. I'm gonna stand out here though, just in case our friends come out or come
yes.
here.
Your friends?
Yep.
Yes, there were a few more with us. We'd lost them in the fog, unfortunately. It was a very strange experience.
She looks very troubled at that. Usually the fog... I might need help for this. Sam, did you get those herbs I needed? Sam nods and produces a bundle of plants. Good. This should be enough. How many friends were you
3.
missing? 3? Okay.
I recount my hands.
Okay.
3.
Well, it's been... Okay. Let's do this. We should have done it. Should have done this yesterday, but I didn't. Okay.
What?
Can I have your assistance once more? She talks to the party.
Sure. Always happy to help.
If it gets us our friends, then yes.
The fog is not always cooperative. She looks apologetic. We will need to replace what it has taken.
I mean, this isn't your fault.
Just
Insight check?
Please come in. She roll insight.
Boo. is 19.
19. She seems not responsible, yet apologetic, guilty. Like
I mind
like
meld
it-
with Poe, and
like
I
it
tell
was
him,
her job that she didn't succeed at, but like a
Okay.
personal failure,
she looks like she's about to throw up.
kind of.
I mind link that to Poe.
Please come in. It's urgent. How long have your friends been missing? How long were you
The
lost?
time is a bit odd, but we were lost for. It's hard to tell. We noticed we were lost today-ish.
It's been longer than 7 minutes because that's what I remember last time when we were
7.
counting the torch.
Yes,
Right.
yes.
Counting.
Yeah, we walked about 2 hours total, maybe, but we were talking and
Yes.
Counting the
planning.
torch.
We only realized that we were waylaid when the tavern we were expecting didn't appear, and then we kept going, and the fog got thicker and thicker, and we kept circling back around to a little marker that we had left. And then when it got to be within, our world had shrunk a bit, and then we met your lovely daughter.
By a bit. How bad did it get? I need to know this.
Oh, visibility within 10 feet max.
Oh no.
Oh, it was right in front of our face
Oh,
when we
right.
met her.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah,
Oh,
we
no.
saw ourselves in front and behind us in the fog.
Oh dear. Yes, we need to do this now. I should have done it yesterday. The light of the new moon.
Well, if it helps, one of our party is a, I don't know, like wannabe priestess or something. The other one is, I guess, a monk or something.
Well, okay.
And the other one used to be a goblin, but now is a tiefling again.
Sure.
You know, divine intervention, that sort of thing.
You will need to create replacements of them that
Our friends?
the fog will then take. You need to exchange.
Oh.
It's
That makes sense.
the fog. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. The fog took. Sam, please go inside. Sam goes inside. Callie yells back through the door and start the tea. Before Callie walks up towards you. The fog is part of this region. It was my duty to keep it at bay. It was my husband's. But ever since he passed, it's been difficult, and I often don't have the strength to do it alone. Sam is still too young to bear the burden.
What is this fog protecting?
The fog is not protecting. It is my duty to keep the fog at bay. Your friends,
So this fog has always been
Hunting.
here?
your friends were taken,
Yes.
and in order to get them back, we need to trade a effigy of your friends with the fog.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
It does, actually.
Can we just kill it?
Fog?
It's fog.
Yeah.
You can't. It's.
Like, what's the source?
She looks at Poe and like, is she?
No.
I bet you we can kill the fog.
Yes, well,
Well then.
take a stick and give it a try. Just don't wander far.
Yeah, please don't. There are wards I have placed that keep this area safe. But yeah. Here. She's wearing like a couple satchels. She opens a satchel, pulls out like a bundle of sage, hands it to Poe, pulls out from another satchel a large clump of straw, hands it to Astra, and then motions towards a section, like a farm plot, motions to Drak and Elena and say, please pick out some produce to use for heads. I know it sounds strange. It just
So
please,
like gourds and things.
gourds or turnips or
Mm-hmm.
things you can carve.
Yep.
Callie,
Okay.
Yes.
I'm Astra.
Hello, Astra.
Nice to meet you.
Do you require assistance?
Not at this moment. I think you need assistance, right? You're telling us what to do.
Okay. Well,
Yes, we're.
Alrighty,
we're
I'm gonna
happy
go
to
look
help.
for produce.
And thank you for
And I walk
Yeah.
away.
thank you for being so gracious.
well.
I know
Wait,
it must be
the
terribly.
produce wasn't her job, was it? Wait,
I'm sorry, Elena. What was that?
I was just saying towards Astro. Wait, the produce wasn't your job, was it?
No.
You
That
have
was for
straw.
me
You're
and
probably going to
Drak.
need to make the bodies.
Yeah.
I'm making a body?
Yes, you're going
She
to use the
handed you
straw to make
straw.
like dolls.
You all catch on quick.
Oh, that's fun.
Thank you. While you guys are doing this, I need to prepare the rest of the ritual. I'm sorry. Again.
No worries.
And she rushes, like she goes like behind the cabin. You all, the four of you, need to create 3 effigies, 3 poppets, in semblance of your lost friends. Who wants to roll for Adelle? Sorry, forgot the name.
I'll do it.
Okay, what skill are you using? You want to use a skill that you think resonates with Adelle, to like imbue the effigy with your memories of her.
I druid craft the hay she gave me. I make a mud version of her and add rocks. Because I remember she liked copper, but I can only think of rocks because I don't have copper. So I put copper on it, and I put little I glue, well, whatever adhesive from the mud I can put, little like try to the symbols of her. If I can even remember it, this is what I remember: eyes. I just freaking create her body with a bunch of eyes on it.
Okay. Elena and Drak, I'm assuming you guys have already like picked out 3 pieces of produce. Describe what head you give this one. Is it like a turnip, a rutabaga, a carrot, or is it a gourd?
A beet.
A beet.
A beet.
Okay. And like you carve a face into it. Kind of looks like Adelle. I need
Like simultaneously naive and judgy. Yes. Perfect.
You need to roll, Astra. You need to choose a skill that you will be rolling that you think applies to what you just said. Because Elena carved the face, she can assist.
Anything that has to deal with memory? Trying to recall.
History.
Okay,
History is
I'll
like
do
a
a history.
close. Yeah.
Where is history? History. And then wait, I got an assistance.
Yeah, from Elena.
So just do I get an advantage then? Is that what I mean?
Oh, I'm sorry. Roll a d6.
Oh, a D6, not a D20.
Yeah. You add it. Sorry, I forgot to mention.
So what am I rolling?
You rolled your history check, which was a 17, which is pretty dang good. Now roll a d6 because Elena helped.
Oh, okay. And I rolled a 2.
Okay, so total of 19. Not bad.
Sweet.
Who wants to make the body of Yuri?
I can do that.
And who wants to make the head? Also Drak?
I
Drak's
can
doing
do
both?
the heads for all of them.
Okay, that's fine. Because you're needing to do more than one head, you need to roll sleight of hand.
Or if you get tired, one of us can jump in.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so it's not great. You do not get assistance.
Oh wait, sorry, I was muted. I want to help.
Too late.
Man.
Drak, what skill do you use, or what memories do you impart in this effigy?
I was thinking strength.
Okay.
Because, Yuri's a brawler. He's maybe athletics if that would get more.
That works. Yeah. Okay,
So
roll your athletics.
Cool.
19.
A 19, you did not need help. Good job. And that leaves Marcellius.
Yes, I will contribute in the. I guess I'll make the body.
Okay. Who's doing the head? If Elena does it, she needs to roll with disadvantage.
Elena looks tired.
Yeah.
I can help.
I can do it too.
You're pretty observant there, Drak.
Okay.
So, we'll get some extra carrots to make the horns.
Or you know how some root vegetables have two roots?
Yep.
Yeah.
Pick out just the right one.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we don't know him very well, but we know he's very good at hiding.
Okay.
And deceiving others. Yes, because he pretended to be a goblin when he was only partly goblin.
Mm-hmm.
So I think either of those would work, potentially.
Okay.
If I have a choice, I would pick deception because I'm slightly better at it.
I mean, well, you do get a choice.
I'll do deception.
Okay.
Ooh. 18 on the die plus 5 is 23 plus a d6.
Mm-hmm.
4, 27.
27. Not bad. Not bad at all. Okay. So, the four of you finish up these little figures. Some of them look better than others. But, it's not bad. You did good. You stuffed them with sage. Bound it with straw. And you walk around the back of the cabin to find Callie just finishing, putting sticks and brush in a pile. And there is a strange kind of wheel next to it. It has a hand crank, and there are little bits of flint or stone on the edge of the wheel. She says, "Okay, good. Once I light the pyre, you all need to throw the figures on it. If
Are you gonna say anything?
I hope
Like-
you did it well. That's all I have to say.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
Out of curiosity, one of our friends is not the one I mentioned that until recently was a goblin.
Yeah.
Is not really fully himself. Is that going to be a problem? Is there anything special that we need to do given that fact? Or is it more about the body than the mind?
I've never encountered that before. So
Tell me about it.
or is this first time for
just-
everything?
I just
Haha.
hope that it works.
I mean, it's a good likeness, so
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do an Arcana check to see if there's anything actually magical about what's happening, like what we're about to do.
Okay. Roll Arcana.
I guess when happened. Okay. Like, is the fire special or 13?
13.
Yeah.
Okay. It's not magic in the classic sense. But you're a druid. Magic not being the classic sense is your whole shtick. You see the telltale signs of druidcraft on everything. The druidic language is not so much a language as it is a pattern. Like the offshoots of leaves in certain ways, in bunches, mean a certain thing. There is meaning, capital M, all over this place. Whoever this Callie is, she knows druidry. And she's quite proficient at it.
I'm just a little worried we're summoning something we don't want to summon, you know? It's just...
What would be the point of that? These are effigies of our friends. We're summoning them basically. I mean,
I'm worried that
we're
this
switching them out.
Just worried.
Speak now or forever hold your peace.
Because
I mean,
we
the
don't know this
alternative is
place.
that
We
so
just
the
met
alternative is they're gone forever.
Okay, how about you keep your Adelle effigy,
Okay.
and we'll just bring these two back, and then Adelle can get help from her friend. Yeah.
Right.
Well, we can see what happens if we do one at a time. How about that?
Well,
But
Callie,
that doesn't.
I'm not
Yeah.
sure that'll.
we
Yeah.
have to
We'll
follow the
just-
ritual.
The ritual is very specific, and the fact that it's already a little late is not
Not good.
helping.
Yes.
I'm sorry again. I know I should stop. I'm sorry.
Fine. Once we solve this, we can talk about how we can get you some help.
Yeah.
But let's take care of this first.
Thank you.
Okay. I trust you, Poe.
She
Well.
starts to spin the wheel faster and faster. Sparks start to fly where the wheel hits the ground, where the flint hits another hard rock, and it just creates more and more sparks, and then the sparks catch on the pyre, and the pyre starts to ignite, and as it ignites, Callie is checking what languages you guys know. Okay.
Is it infernal?
It is not infernal.
Is it druidic?
No.
Rats.
And yeah, most of my languages aren't from this plane.
Yeah.
So.
She says something. In a chant almost, and you can hear that it repeats, and she just keeps spinning the wheel, more sparks fly. She takes a handful of those herbs that Sam had gathered earlier, throws them onto the pyre. The flame changes color. It is now a blue flame. She says, now, throw them in, quickly.
Toss.
Do you toss all of them?
I hesitate a little bit. I look at my friends, and I put my left hand over my eyes and throw it in.
Okay. As each doll enters the fire, it incinerates. It turns to ash faster than it should. And a white smoke emits from them. The smoke doesn't just rise like smoke would normally. It lingers in the air and gets thicker and thicker as the fog has been at 30 feet-ish. That wall starts to close in fairly rapidly until it mixes with the smoke of this blue fire. Do you do anything? Does anyone just...
I prepare infestation because I don't know what's gonna come out of there.
I look to Callie to see if she sends us any signals as to what she needs us to do.
She is sweating. She is incanting that same phrase over and over, still turning the wheel, still, like, fueling the fire.
I will say, you're doing very, very well. There's nothing to worry about, and I will grant her bardic inspiration.
Good for you.
Could I try to chant with her?
You don't know
Maybe.
the language, is the thing. So it's, I mean, technically, yeah, you probably could,
could
but
I
that would
hum?
require a performance roll
Could I hum
with
okay,
disadvantage. Cool. And if you get a bad roll, I'm telling you this now before you roll,
Oh,
it will
I'm
hinder
already rolling.
rather
You're
than
going to
help.
screw it up. Yeah.
Well, hold on. You said performance, right? Okay, so
Performance with disadvantage.
yeah.
And if
And if it's a bad roll, you're going to screw it up.
I crit failed.
So you rolled it?
Well, I mean, I thought I was rolling anyway.
For
No,
what?
if you hadn't rolled yet, then you didn't need to roll it.
But
Well, I rolled.
she did, and she isn't taking it back. So
No, I mean, I would like to take it back if you would let me, but I
mean,
don't think.
Astra's kind of impulsive like that.
I am.
Let's be honest.
I would have. I'm trying to hum it.
Right. She glances in your direction like, no, stop! What are you doing?
I'm trying to help.
And then the smoke fog breaks. It's
gone.
no.
Oh, dang.
It turns into two forms. She says something isn't right. We have to stop. It's too late.
So can we kill the fog now?
Roll initiative.
We can kill the fog.
Why are we rolling initiative?
Kill the fog.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
It's probably an old god, number one. I'm not going to use. I'm not going to attack you, but we're going to have words later.
Another one of these?
Yes, if you are not capable of learning, then we're going to have a conversation.
Do you want everybody to roll initiative?
7 initiative for me.
What was that, Drak?
Everybody initiative, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, 16.
I rolled the 9.
And Poe, you said 7?
Yeah.
Okay. The fog smoke monster thing. There are two humanoid forms that have come out of it, but the rest is a roiling, angry cloud above you. And it sends a pseudopod into the house. And you hear a scream.
What's a pseudopod?
It's like a tendril
Tentacle.
with like a thing.
Tentacles everywhere.
Ah!
And like this one's attacking an innocent child.
Wait!
You don't know if it's innocent, but
Well,
There's a portal? Fuck, can I do is it a nature check to see,
On your
like,
turn.
if... Okay, cool.
Drak, what do you do?
God. The one time I don't know what to do, I get the first roll.
You could wait. Like you're 16, Elena's 15. I could allow you to just switch.
Can I
in
do
order.
a divine sense and see what it is we're dealing with?
Yes. You're kind of overloaded. It's almost too much stimulus all at once. You are... Okay, I need to look at the specific wording of this spell. Or this feature. As an action, you can open your awareness to detect such forces. Until the end of your next turn, you know the location of any celestial, fiend, or undead. You know the type, but not its identity. Within the same radius, you also detect the presence of any place or object that has been consecrated or desecrated. Right off the bat, this entire area has been hallowed. The ground you're standing on, out to you don't know, has been consecrated. It is a holy space. The woman named Callie emits an extremely strong celestial sense. The fog emits an extremely stronger than Callie, fiend. And you do sense an undead presence behind you.
How are we oriented? Is the cabin behind us?
The cabin is behind you. There's a lot of stuff going on.
Okay. So, did that count as... I can't remember what I can do during a turn. Can I attack and do an action, or is it just one or the other?
It's the divine sense is one action, so you are not allowed to attack, because
Gotcha.
that's also an action. Make sure you mark off your uses. This is your third use, I think.
it's like a
Did we ever have a long rest when we were in our cabin at the mine?
Yeah.
we've rested multiple nights.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
since then, I think you've used it
Twice.
Only one other time.
only
Twice.
okay. So
We
this
talked
is
about using it on the mom, but I don't think
Yeah,
he
we
ever did.
we didn't end up.
No, we didn't.
okay. Anyways, you still have a couple of uses remaining, if you want.
I need to reset my lay of hands too. Oops.
Okay. Yep. Sorry. Everyone should have taken a long rest before this.
Just do that.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it then.
Okay. Elena.
I'm going to aim at the one that sent the tentacle into the house.
There's like a large cloud thing above
Oh,
you.
that's from the
It's
cloud?
all
Yep.
all one thing.
Can I shoot a cloud?
This is what I'm going to tell you guys. If you are up against a foe that you think is on a different magnitude of power,
Yeah.
be creative. Don't just go with I shoot my crossbow. Think of ways you can influence the enemy, or shoot your crossbow and see how that works. But yeah, ways to appease it, ways to fix things, just or hide or run away, or not everything needs to be I swing my sword on my turn. Like you can get creative.
Yeah, I just feel like I need so much more information. I feel like I want to be like, pause time, let's have a sidebar, blah, blah, blah. Do we want to try to convince them to like redo the ritual, or are we trying to kill whatever this is? Can we
I
even kill it? I don't, Elena has no experience with whatever the hell is going on right now.
I will
And
allow
she has
you as
crossbow bolts.
players to talk. Like you as
Okay.
players can talk and see what's the best choice for your character. As long as
Okay.
like specific knowledge isn't passed and it's just deciding which course of action to take, that's something that you can all talk about. That's fine.
All right.
But
Would you guys...
like Elena can't ask Poe a question out of character. That won't work.
Yeah.
Ask it why it's angry.
Well, we know
are you
why
guys
it's
leaning
angry.
towards killing this, or
Or
is
why
this
is
too
the
much?
ritual important?
No, it's
Can't-
not. It is unlikely to be a thing that has hit points, and if it does, it's unlikely to be the kind of thing that we can just kill fast enough for it to stop it from killing us.
Should we try
Why
to
is this a ritual?
appease it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I want to understand it too.
I feel like if we attack,
Those are like...
we're gonna be in trouble.
Okay. I was
Let's
thinking
try and
that
understand it.
I feel like we have other priorities.
Okay.
Okay.
Riri?
Elena,
Riri, what do you
Yeah.
as a player want to do?
Honestly, I want to wild shape into I forgot what it's called, but that cow-looking creature that can use dancing lights, and see if I can perform like a light show.
Okay,
to
I
it
wanted
as
to
a
ask
creature.
like what direction you were thinking about taking this. Okay, so Elena, it's your turn.
okay. Elena is going to play up her frailness and her vulnerabilities, and she's going to put her arms up and plead and say, "Please forgive us. We will try again. We know not how strong you are. Please give us one more chance."
Then that's your turn.
Yes.
Okay. It's Callie's turn next. Callie says, "It's not. It's Let me as a person try to think about what Callie would probably say. It's not a force that can be reasoned with like that. You have to sacrifice." And then she looks at the fire, looks at the fog, and then throws the entire wheel, onto the fire. Steps back, continues the chant. The fire burns. Wait. Hold on. Drak, what languages do you know?
Where do I find my languages again?
Bottom left.
Yeah, bottom left.
Proficiencies in languages.
Common, Draconic, Dwarvish, and Elvish.
Okay. Nope. Okay, so she starts with that same chant that she had been doing, but it changes. You still don't understand it, but it has taken on a pleading tone. There's no response. There's nothing happens. The cloud doesn't change. But the fire does burn brighter. More blue. Vividly. That's her turn. Astra. Your go.
I'm next? Whoa.
Yep.
Can't be reasoned with, huh? I wild shape into that creature. I don't remember what it's called. Hold on.
Kind of want to call it a bloat cow, but I know that's not the name.
No. Let me see.
Well, while you're thinking of it, Poe, your turn.
I cast Comprehend Languages and will begin mimicking
Oh, a deep
the
roast.
chant.
Cool. Okay, so I'll get to what the chant actually says after Astra's done her thing.
Yeah, my action, I turn into a deep growth,
Mm-hmm.
which is just a really, it looks like a bison bull, really thick fur, but it just has mushrooms in it, and it has a big horns,
Mm-hmm.
and it's hanging low. It looks blind, and it has little kind of like fireflies around it. And then I don't think I can do the lights yet because I think that's an action if I remember. Yeah, I'm pretty sure dancing light is not a cantrip or anything like that, right? It's an actual spell.
I believe it's an actual spell.
Okay.
Wait,
Then
no. Fairy fire is the actual spell, and dancing lights is the cantrip.
They both require an action.
Action. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I did say that out loud before. Or no, I didn't. I mind meld to Poe and it says, I want to do some fancy lights. Because since I tried to hum it, maybe I could just make a performance in lights. But I can't do
How about don't?
No? Are you sure?
Your helping
There's fire.
is the opposite of help.
This conversation has taken up your turn. Okay,
yeah, that's it.
so Poe, your
And
turn.
then I cast the spell, listen,
Okay.
and I'm going to attempt to assist. If I have a bonus action left, I will attempt to give her another bardic inspiration to restore her confidence because someone else is stepping up. I'll step up right next to her and do my best to mimic her intonation and any physical motions that she's making.
Yeah. The chant doesn't make... There are a lot of proper nouns in the chant. And comprehend language, I don't think actually functions on like translating proper nouns super well.
No, it doesn't. It wouldn't.
But the effect, the meaning of it is, I have served you all my life. I call upon one last sacrifice. Keep the darkness at bay. It's pleading, almost. You do notice that she is talking to her husband.
Hmm.
Her husband.
In the words she uses, it's affectionate, and she mentions her marriage. That, yeah.
Hmm. But so it doesn't appear to be an arcane incantation. So less formulaic and more simply speaking out to the spirit.
Mm-hmm. But no, she's not speaking to the spirit. That's the other
Okay.
thing you notice. She's speaking to something else.
I mean to the spirit of her husband or whatever.
Yeah, sure, but not. She's
Yeah.
not speaking to the fog cloud.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Hmm. Well, I mean, I think my intent was to one, give her inspiration again.
Mm-hmm.
Uh
You do hear a proper noun over and over. Wall.
Say again.
Wall.
Okay.
There is no epithet, or epithet associated with that in the speech, but it might be something you want to look into.
Okay.
It doesn't ring any bells right now.
And and the way she's using it is not the name of her husband. It's the thing that she's beseeching his assistance with.
It sounds like that's the name of her husband.
Oh, it is the name of her husband. Okay.
Possibly. It's
Okay.
hard to tell
Okay.
because there are other proper nouns in there as well that just don't translate.
Got it.
But you are
But
able.
it's not like she's saying, "Hey, Steve, help me with this other thing." Got it.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Well, so
but
that's
you-
my. I mean,
You are
that's
able
my
to,
accident, but go ahead.
you are able to accurately repeat it and like chant with her. Cool. Good. That helps things. Certainly. But it is the storm's turn again. The fog, and it retracts its pseudopod from the house. The now apparent ghostly shape of a young child trailing from it. It starts to dissolve, and no one has actually attacked the storm yet, correct?
Correct.
Okay. It goes after Callie next. You can see the tendrils start to enclose around her. She's still chanting. The fire is starting to wane. Drak, you're next.
Is Sam's the daughter, right?
Yep.
Is she still? Is she just being? Is her spirit just being held by the smoke tentacle, or is she gone?
It's less held and more connected. Like it's being subsumed into the fog. There is it's still distinct, but it's dissolving essentially.
So is Sam captured? Is that what you're trying to say?
Sam is a ghost.
Oh,
Yeah,
Sam's a
it sounded
ghost.
like he pulled the spirit of her and it's going into the fog.
She was already a
Oh.
ghost.
Was she
Yeah.
already a ghost, or
Or,
Was she?
did she
or
become
I
a
was
ghost after?
thinking like her
But
dad
I
is dead,
kind
but
of
they're
freaking roped her
celestials.
hand.
So I was a bit confused on whether the daughter's a celestial or something else. Oh, no, you said there was undead coming from the house. So, okay. Yeah.
So was she
Uh,
already undead, or did she become that once the smoke touched her?
We don't know.
Maybe it was like the
your
cost
pulse,
of bringing her daughter back.
maybe, but
Yeah.
your pulse happened before the tendril touched her.
Okay.
So she was undead before. But, yeah.
Yeah, she brought her back.
I mean, my first instinct was to not attack the smoke tendril, but to essentially stand, like try to pass through it and block it.
Okay.
But I think I should do that to Callie instead. Like put
Yes.
myself in front of this approaching new tentacle, smoke tendril, whatever you want to call it, and try to block it from reaching her, since she seems to be the one doing
Okay.
the casting.
Sure, that works. You essentially become a shield for Callie. Good for you. That's now like Poe is helping, you're helping. Elena, it's your turn.
Okay.
I want to make it clear that Sam is not like part of the main mass of the smoke. She's still like at the end of a pseudopod that is retracting from the house. It's like a kind of a bulbous thing of smoke. Reclaiming what it once had.
Yeah.
Because you need to exchange with the smoke.
Yep.
I'm just reiterating things that you have already learned.
I gosh, I don't know what to do. I'm thinking about throwing something into the smoke.
Okay. What do you
What?
have?
I don't.
What do you have that you could
I
sacrifice?
have a cooked rat, but I don't know if I already ate that or not.
It's like 4 days old now, because you caught it before you went on the mountain path.
Mm.
Yeah.
Can I? Can I throw that into the smoke,
Uh,
or should I throw it in the fire?
I'm just going to let you know. You
I
might
don't-
want to throw it in the fire, because that's where you threw the
Yeah,
other stuff.
yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna throw my dead rat, my cooked rat, into the fire.
Okay. The fire flashes brighter, more intense. The fog starts to be pushed away a little.
Okay.
It's no longer
Okay.
closing quite as tightly around Callie and Drak.
Okay. Do I have time to throw more in, or is that it?
You can throw a little more. I'll say, like, that was your action. You can do a bonus action's worth of stuff. Yeah.
I will also throw in. I'll throw in my lantern. Because
Now,
I figure.
I'm just gonna say, you did pick up some things from the cavern and the mine.
I did.
Do you remember what
Yes.
they were?
I do have a list of things. Yes. The boots. I know they're kind of expensive, but like maybe that would help. There's other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
but I don't want to throw in the magical vest.
There's the gherkin liquid.
I'm not giving up my gherkin liquid.
And we can say all this mental inventory takes place in the span of like a half a second. So like, you know, look through your stuff, figure out what you want.
You know?
Yeah. What?
Well, I don't know. Does it care about money? I don't really want to throw money in there. I'll throw in.
Okay. I'm gonna remind you that the difference between the bundle of straw, sage, and gourd and what you threw in the fire were memories and intent. You imparted mundane objects with meaning, and it took that as a sacrifice.
It has to mean something to me. I worried about that.
I mean, just to be clear, you did throw something in. It did help.
Yeah.
You don't have to rack your brain.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll end on my turn.
Okay. Callie says, "Thank you for helping. Please keep it up." And then she returns to the intonation of like beseeching Wool, her husband, to assist. Keep the proper noun at bay.
Yep.
Astra, your turn. What do you do as a giant cow with tentacles?
Okay, Poe told me to not do it, so I transform back.
Okay.
I think that's a bonus action to transform back, right?
I think so. I'm not sure. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, bonus action.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so we're giving it stuff. I don't really want to do this, but I cut a piece. I've never cut my hair before, so I cut a piece of my dreads, and I say, well, I'm hesitating. I've never given my hair before because it helps remind me of my mom always dreading my hair.
Okay.
And so I close my eyes and I'm like, ugh. I throw it in the fire.
How much?
A handful.
Okay. Just a handful?
Both my hands.
Okay.
So my dreads are pretty thick too. So
Okay.
yeah. So my mom and my dad. Ugh.
Cool. Yeah. The fog unfurls a little bit further. Retreats from around Callie. It's now like straining, trying to push forward.
Yeah.
This better work. My hair.
It's your own fault. Okay. And Poe.
So, I will pause the chant. I'll pick it back up. I will pause the chant. I will slowly reach into my waistcoat and I will pull out a badly worn, it's cracked and it's been repaired, very small flute, clearly created as a child's toy. I will switch to Infernal, knowing this thing is fiendish. And even if it can't understand me, it will understand the intent.
Mm-hmm.
I know its name, correct? Even if I don't know what it means.
Yes.
So I will address it by name. I'll step forward, address it by name, and say, my name is Poesy. This is the only thing that I found joy in as a child. It's the only thing that I can remember being loved for and praised for. It's the only thing that I have of my parents who threw me away. Give me my friends back. And I throw it into the fire.
Okay, that helps greatly. Speaking in Infernal also helps. I'm just going to let the party in. Callie is speaking Celestial, which the smoke
Figured.
also understands. Yeah. This little flute flies through the air, touches the blue fire, ignites in a like a the time slows, and like the camera, if this was a television show, zooms in on it, rotates, and you can see it start to catch fire and slowly turn to ash and this very thick white smoke. That white smoke goes in the air, touches the main mass of this fog, and the fog starts to recede. It's still there. The ritual still needs to be completed, but the sacrifice was great enough.
Big
Kelly nods, goes back to the original chant.
I'll join back in.
Those two smoke forms become more distinct. Features start to appear. A nose, lips, clothing. No horns. It's just Adelle and Yuri. The form of the young girl that was held overhead is dropped, starts to reform back into the lovable Sam that you once met. The chant finishes. The fires fade down. The smoke and the fog fade away completely. And before you are Adelle and Yuri. They collapse. They're unconscious. Callie says, you said there were 3. You threw in 3. I'm sorry.
And we got back 3. It's not the 3 that we thought.
That is correct. I cannot thank you enough for your help. And your hindrance, I suppose. She looks extremely coldly at Astra. That was foolish.
That was fun. We got to find out what the fog was, and that is exactly what I needed to know.
And then,
now I trust you.
in a voice louder than it should be, and with eyes that flash a verdant green, she says, "Be gone." And all of you are gone. You're back on a path. next to a torch stuck in the road. And off to the side, you see a little tombstone that says, "In loving memory, Sam." And that's where we're going to end tonight's episode.
That was a cool adventure.
I smile
Yeah.
at Astra and say, "You owe me a flute, dear."
I have a hand drum.
And then I'll just walk on.
Okay.
I pretend like Astra doesn't exist.
Okay.
So, questions. Question time.
Yeah.
First, did we learn something new or important about the world?
Apparently, gods are just out and about.
Or ancient evil powers.
Are
And ancient
Um,
and ancient celestials, yes. So
Yeah.
High theme of
They're very common.
tentacles.
That too.
What was that? Oh, timidly?
High theme of tentacles.
pseudopods.
Amorphous blobs. Different kind
Tentacle
of
adjacent.
different kind.
Yeah.
Completely.
I
There's
see
a lot
tentacles
more-
everywhere now.
A lot more magic out in the world than what we really know about being in these communities.
Mm-hmm. I think that's
We
a little...
learned that there's a location near the mountains that is, I guess, technically cursed. And
Holy.
for some odd
It's
reason,
holy.
only one family is supposed to be responsible for it, and no one else has noticed it.
Oh.
If
Very
It was
strange.
some kind of pact.
If it's a
apparently.
family, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
It's a what?
If it was a family,
Maybe she's a lich.
maybe.
Out of game.
That's
She's
something
a very,
you
very
do.
powerful druid for sure.
You do have some knowledge. Poe specifically learned a couple proper nouns that he could research.
Yep, I will do so.
But yeah, absolutely. Everyone learned something new or important.
And
But what? Were you going to say
oh
something?
no, I was just gonna say my this is not based on evidence, but my or Poe's assumption is that what was going on in that holy valley goes back before the discovery of magic.
That would
And
be
it wasn't
something.
it wasn't like the sort of arcane stuff that is new. That seemed very ancient.
That would be something to look into.
Research and discovery,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep. Okay, so ideals, bonds, and flaws. Let's start with Adele. She was not here,
Adele.
so
Okay.
she does not progress any. Same with Yuri. Sorry, that's the price of missing. The people that miss still get the lore experience, so they don't lose out on everything. But tough. Astra. I think you should go first.
Okay. As for goal, I really tried to figure out if this place was the dream world, and then ended up not being.
Right.
And as for like traits, yeah, I did actually still express in weird ways my affection. One of the biggest one was the first effigy, and then with Adele, and then my biggest concern was I just did not trust enough about the fog. So I tried my best to figure out in my own way how to benefit my friends. Though it backfired. I still attempted that.
True. That, like, you intoning the ritual in your own way was
Yeah.
definitely 100% what Astra would do, and it
Yeah.
certainly complicated things. So, you get rewarded for that. That's what it's for. providing content, I suppose.
And I did my flaw.
Yeah, but you will need to deal with the repercussions of that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Like it's a double-edged sword.
That's D&D.
Yep. Drak, what about you?
The ideal of greater good, protecting others. When I got the sense that there wasn't really much I could do to attack or whatnot, just trying to protect, standing in front of was it Callie? Kelly?
Yep.
He had a sense to want to protect the child, but having that divine sense of knowing it was undead didn't sit well with him. So he went more towards the living being. Flaws. He continues to be indecisive on making critical choices. Like, he second guesses himself all the time.
Sorry about that. Yeah, I nearly choked on air, apparently. But yeah, definitely. Like, you were willing to sacrifice yourself for this woman you just met. Absolutely. You get 2 points. As for your goal, what do you think?
I didn't come up with a new goal.
We kind of talked about, like, following, seeing where this power came from, where...
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. And I was kind of assuming
written
that...
down right there, divine power.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I advanced that any this time around.
Okay. Yeah. I don't really think you did either, but having direct contact with something, divine adjacent, and actually encountering, like, I don't know, friendly undead, I don't know, might put you on a path towards something. What do you think? Did it affect your character in that way?
I'm sure it will down the road. Like, right now he's in the information gathering phase. There's more than what the secluded, cloister of paladins have taught. Like, they teach a very narrow-minded...
Yeah.
I don't know what the word to describe it would be, but their views are very narrow-minded.
Dogmatic.
And Drak is having a hard time.
Dogmatic is the...
that.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, not necessarily progressed your goal this time, but definitely set it up so you have a lot of avenues to follow. Elena, what about you? Ideals, bonds, flaws.
I feel like because Elena's freedom was challenged, being stuck in the loop, she tried to contribute more ideas for how to get out of the situation.
Yeah.
Her trust has waned in Astra now, for sure. She's at the bottom with Adelle. And those are the main ones.
Those who seem the fairest often have the most to hide. Did that come into play at all this session?
Oh my god, that freaking girl. I started to believe that she was, not bad or anything. Well, not that she was bad, but she was undead. Man. And the mother.
Trusted her.
I mean, you should trust her because she was the reason the fog waned around you. Because her
I was
mother,
like, whoa, things are turning around.
Her mother warded her too against the fog, so that's why the fog thinned around her. Yeah, but also, do you think that specific personality trait applied to Poe at all this session, because this bard with a very nice face suddenly started speaking Infernal.
Do you know it's Infernal? Do you speak Infernal?
I don't speak Infernal, no.
No.
I cast a spell that lets me talk all kinds of languages.
True. Okay. But, you know,
Oh, that's true.
That's
Po-
true. That's
po-
very true.
It does, and it lets me understand them, but, you know.
You
Yeah,
could have
it's
also
definitely
done,
questionable though.
and you've also changed your appearance to us before.
No, I mean, I
So-
changed my clothes.
I feel like
I
Elena's
would
mostly
totally
thinking-
think that was just you doing magic and switching.
but yeah, like
I feel
Poe.
like, yeah, she already believed that Poe was hiding some stuff. Like from the beginning, he's way too confident in her opinion, and him turning around and speaking Infernal is just like, well,
Well, you don't know it's Infernal, but whatever he
Well,
did immediately
whatever-
turned the tide.
yeah, like he has some tricks up his sleeve.
He was talking
It
to
is,
the smoke. That much was
Yes.
apparent to everyone.
Very obvious. I changed the language and had a very pointed conversation with the smoke, yes.
So I think that's 2 points. And Adele's Bond and Flaws. What does everyone else think? It's
Oh, yeah.
definitely 1, at least. 1 or 2.
I think 2.
That brings us to your goal. I kind of teased something at the beginning of the episode.
Yeah, she. I didn't get to really act on it, but not seeing Marcellus come out of the fog was kind of like I lost my chance to really ask or
Mhm.
figure anything out.
Yuri is going to be
That was
pissed.
yeah, I was thinking that too.
Like, Riri, like, just saying, Astra has some splaining to do, because Yuri may start something. It wasn't me. I didn't do anything. Like, I didn't.
True.
It was out of my hands.
I'm actually confused. Why didn't he come back? Is it because we asked for 3 and then the girl counted as 3?
Yeah,
like
you-
Sam counted as 3?
You gave 3, and like partially it was the intent of the caster. Like, she wanted her daughter back, and that was part of the whole, like, the chant, like Wool, please help in the way that you did previously, like, return the daughter to me. So, like, part of that whole thing of the intercession of Wool kind of took one of the slots.
Okay.
And also, Marcellius wasn't all there to begin with.
And she knew that.
The DC for bringing Marcellius back was a 25. Poe got a 27. With this interference, it dropped below the DC. So there you go. Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
So sorry
Yeah.
about that.
So that's a slightly dead end, unless I could get Adele to somehow bring her god creature guy back to do something. I don't know. I have some thinking to do.
Yeah, you do. I think that progressed your goal. I think. I'm a little tentative on that, because not a lot. You didn't initiate anything, but there was a lot that could assist you in your goal down the line that you could pull from. If you don't think that's fair, don't take the point. I'll leave that up to the group. But what does the group think? Like,
I think it's your call. I mean, do you feel like you made progress or not?
I do, mostly because before I was thinking, well, I have some other avenues. I don't really want to rely on the help of some weird thing, but now one of my avenues is kind of gone. So I'm feeling like maybe I should ask for help.
it has
You're
clarified
thinking
your
he has
path.
progressed, yeah.
Yes.
So yeah.
Then yes.
Okay. So Poe, ideals, bonds, and flaws.
I mean, all my suspicions wind up being more or less true. So there's that. No, but I think the big thing was, I mean, magic items, money, gold, whatever. None of that really matters. I gave up one of the only possessions I have that had any meaning whatsoever, specifically to return my friends.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I will say, told at least a creature the truth.
That was big. That might be bigger than you even but you as a player realize. But like there is importance behind what you did. Yeah. So yeah, I'd say that's 2 points easy. What about your goal? You exerted your influence. You stepped out of your hiding and like showed your colors a little bit. You flexed your muscle.
I think yes. I think what Poe has taken away from several revelations, but this is the kind of culmination. I think he's come to the conclusion that while the acquisition of temporal power, wealth, and influence in the sort of traditional sense is still important, that there may be another layer, and there may in fact be more important ways to be powerful and influential than just to have money and prestige. So starting to understand, it's like, oh, well, knowing more about magic, knowing more about this supernatural layer of things,
Mm-hmm.
maybe even finding ways to be curious about whatever it is that Adelle is up to. Not to become an adherent, but to kind of understand how to potentially harness that. Like there's a whole new angle to take in achieving the long-term goal that's different than what he thought before.
So that's big. That's a paradigm shift.
I think so.
Yeah, definitely. You progress your goal.
I mean, cool. I would have thrown in the title to the copper mine, but in that moment it didn't mean anything to him.
Exactly.
Which I think is probably the important thing. It's like, oh, okay, this thing that was really important is actually not that important.
Now, if Astra cut off all of her hair, that would also have been enough, because it was the full measure of an action rather than part of it.
She would not have done that.
And that's just what I'm saying. Like that's why it didn't solve it. It helped because there was still meaning attached to it. And what Elena threw in too also helped. And also value, just straight up worth in gold, is meaning attached to an object. So if you threw in something worth like thousands of gold, that might have done it as well. But you don't know. But cool. That's it. What do you guys want to talk about the episode a little bit? We still have I don't know, like 10 or so more minutes before I'd like to shut it down. But
Sure.
I was just not expecting any of that.
How's that for a Halloween episode?
Yeah.
I was just
Oh,
thinking,
seriously, yeah.
I still don't trust religion.
Oh, me
Oh,
either.
man.
I mean, honestly, no should
And
you.
this whole thing proved it.
Well, what we experienced was more true. That is much more what's actually going on. All the stuff that happens in the temples and all the, the stained glass and the, we all get together and we drink some wine and we say some prayers. That's all just trappings. That's bureaucracy and power.
Yeah.
What we witnessed is how things really work.
I definitely, other than that, I meant in the true sense of that, because that wasn't my first time experiencing that kind of entity. It may not have been in that kind of entity, but it's like experiencing that entity is like never something I would trust.
I almost see it as like a manifestation
Is just like, yeah.
of Astra's fears. Like if everything had gone to plan, it would have been no issue. But she was so worried about this thing that she literally manifested that into reality.
I absolutely would have, because, well, you'll find out. You'll find out. I don't trust shit like that. Even with the whole Adelle angel thing, I'm just like, no.
I did a couple really deep cuts this episode with like mythology. I mean, obviously the carving of gourds or whatever. There's also Sam. The name Sam. Specifically, Samhain.
Got it.
She has a brother named Dean. Just kidding.
No, it's Samhain. Yeah.
Samhain. Yeah. The Callie is like also a figure in Irish and Scottish mythology. Cailach. It's this word. Caillleach. Sadly, I'm not able to pronounce it quite as well, but
Kellich. But ACH would be a huh. So Kellich.
But yeah,
I think. I'm not Irish either. But
divine hag and ancestor associated with the creation of landscape and the weather, especially storms in winter. Wool is also a deep cut, but I'm not going to tell you about that yet. Yeah. Also, she's known as Beira, the Queen of Winter, which may give you an idea of who Wool is. Yeah, but like I love taking these individual pieces from mythology and seeing where they rhyme and like mashing it together, because like we're all human and we like to repeat the same stories even if they're original to us across the globe. So there's a lot of common stories, even if they're very far apart, and I like bringing those together. Yeah. But yeah, I'm very happy with this episode, and thank you all for playing.
Yeah.
Sad we didn't have a full group, but it kind of worked out.
I mean, they were stuck in the fog most of the time anyway, so.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye, stream.
Bye.